So Module 3 Structural Geology and Rock Mechanics. Course name is Engineering Geology and course code 18CV36 for third semester Civil Engineering, Session 3. Rock Quality Designation, that is RQD. This RQD was developed by Deere in 1967 to provide a quantitative estimation of rock mass quality from drill core logs. In drilling, there are three types of drilling. One is RC drilling, reverse circulation, second DTS drilling down to the hole, and third is core drilling or diamond drilling. In RC drilling and DTS drilling, you can get some rock fragments or rock powders, but in core drilling, you will be representing the particular rock body with structures, if any structural events. So RQD is defined as the percentage of intact core facies longer than 100 mm, that is 4 inches, in the total length of core. In a core drilling, there is a one barrel that up to 3 meter long with associate with some diamond bit, where it can, if diamond by diamond bit, that it will be cut the rock in a 5.5 centimeter diameter centimeter core. While it is cutting the rock, that core will be inserting in a barrel. If while the rock will stop to the cut, so they will remove the barrel and they are exhausting the cutted core material in a core box. That where they are stopping that drilling, that called a run, one run. In one run, the whatever recovery core, in that core for RQD study, they are considering more than 10 centimeter long length core, but less than 10 centimeter they will not consider for analyzing of RQD. Here 2 meter run is there in a core. The length of first core face is 38 centimeter, then second one 17 centimeter, and third is 0 because less than 10 centimeter core material. So next is 20 centimeter and another one 35 centimeter. So all here sigma length of core pieces, that is more than 10 centimeter length, that is 38 plus 20 plus 20 17 plus 35, in run is 2 meter, that is 200 centimeter. So into 100, the percentage of RQD is, it is calculated as a 55%. This is the analysis of RQD in a one run core. The core should be least NW size, means in that bit, diamond bit, it's having some NW, HW and NQ bit, but here at least they should be using NW size, that is 54.7 mm or 2.15 inches in diameter, and should be drilled with a double tube barrel. The procedure is measurement of the length of core pieces and the calculation of RQD. RQD is intended to represent the rock mass quality in situ. Rock structure rating. This rock structure rating, RSR, is a quantitative method for describing quality of a rock mass. there are considered two general categories. One is geotechnical parameters. In geotechnical parameters, we are first observing rock type, then joint patterns in a particular rock, then joint orientations and type of discontinuities, any major faults, shears and folds, then rock material properties, even weathering. So second one, construction parameters. In construction parameters, we are observing the size of tunnel, direction of drive and method of excavations. So geological site characterization, dam foundations and rock foundation treatment for dams. So narrow river value. In narrow river value, the cost of dam construction will be less. In dam site, bedrock at shallow depths, the safety and stability of a dam has to be physically very strong, also very stable. In regolith region, because high weathered profile in such type of bedrock will not suitable for dam sites, but shallow depth of hard rock will be very suitable. Dam site competent rocks for safe foundation. In dam site, if available of igneous rock occurs at the selected dam site, that will be safe basis. Dam site suitability of igneous rocks. The occurrence of massive plutonic or hypobasal igneous rocks is the most desirable at the dam site due to the strong and durable. Even these plutonic and hypobasal rocks will be absence of porosity and permeability, so that also is most important and suitable for dam sites. All plutonic rocks like granites, cyanides, diorites and gabbros are very competent and desirable rocks. So volcanic rocks which are vesicular or amygdaloidal are not equally desirable. For example, in our country, a Koyna dam will be constructed in a volcanic rocks, that is basaltic rock. So now we are finding so many problems. Thus, dam sites suitability of sediment rocks. Sediment rocks, the bedding and its orientation, then thickness of beds, nature of compaction and cementation are main features. Grain size, leaching of soluble water, porosity and permeability, associated geological structures and composition of constituent also major attention for dam sites. In sedimentary rocks, if bed thickness is more and competent and cementation, well cemented rock will be suitable. So limestone, which are carbonate type sediment rocks, although it's massive, thoroughly compact and fine textured limestone from quite sound foundations. The Salala Dam in Jammu is located in a limestone region and rock is fine grained dolomitic limestone. Due to the fine grained, it shows some less porosity and permeabilities. So the fine grained dolomitic limestones are suitable for dam sites. Shales are the most undesirable sedimentary rock as far as their suitability for dam sites is concerned. Dam site suitability of metamorphic rocks. Gneisses are mostly competent like granite unless its major foliation and are richly accompanied by mica like minerals. This gneiss will be originated from granitic rock. Granite is where after metamorphism of granite is formed gneiss. But in gneiss, we need to observe the foliation and the composition of mica minerals. Then quartzites are very hard and highly resistant to weathering. So marbles like quartzite are compact, bear a granulose structure, are not porous nor permeable, and practically strong too. But its chemical composition and minerals are unsuitable at dam sites. The marble's chemical composition is calcium carbonate. So carbonate can react with water. That's why they are negligible or unsuitable of marble terrains. Slates bear a typical slaty cleavage, hence this rock is soft and weak and undesirable at dam sites. Dam sites effects of associated geological structures. For the stability of a dam, the occurrence of favorable geological structure is a very important requirement. The dam site cases of undisturbed, that is horizontal strata. This geological situation is good at the dam site because the load of the dam acts perpendicular to the bedding planes. If dam sites beds with steep upstream dip, no uplift on the dam site and no leakage of water from the reservoir due to the steep dip the bedding planes towards the upstream. So sites beds with steep downstream dip, the resultant force and bedding planes are nearly parallel, which means that the beds will be even less competent. So such type of terrains are not suitable for dam sites. Dam sites beds which are folded. Folding are beds which occurs on a relative large scale. If folding large scale folds is suitable for dam site, where considering the locally formed fold or small scale folds. Dam sites beds which are faulted. Occurrence of faulting irrespective of its attitude, strike and dip right at the dam site is most undesirable. So almost we are avoiding the fault zones near the dam sites. Dam sites beds which have joints. Joints are the most common and are found to occur in all kinds of rocks. At the depth considering these joints will be disappearing. So with the size and shape of the joints can decide for the particular suitability of for dam sites. Thank you.